Okay.
All right, we're good now. Figured it out. Right on. Okay, so what questions did we have for the prep assignment today?
Hey, Rochelle, one thing I noticed is that on one of their problems, they did 2 different types of histograms.
Okay.
And I think the one was probably XL because it looked really close to the one I did. But then the other one they did was, I think, was probably that SPSS.
Oh, maybe that's why I'm having problems.
And the one on the answer key was definitely that SPSS.
Okay.
So I think that was a big part of it.
I hadn't even thought about that.
I hadn't either till they had that. They had both ways answered in the same section. I think it was on the training.
Right. Probably. Okay.
And I don't know about the rest of you, but on that last, the part 2, the DF, all of the answers were, I got the same on just by cut and pasting, except I think the answer key was showing different numbers for how many males and how many females. But I think what they did is that they included the ones that had no data. I thought, well, was I supposed to go in and put like zeros? And if I did that, it gave me the right N number, but then it changed all the data.
Right.
So I don't know if you just take what there is and you go, hey, there were this many blanks, so I know that my N number is really higher, except it isn't really if they had no data.
Yeah.
But anyway, other than that, I was okay with it because all the numbers, the ones that counted, all matched up.
Right. I didn't worry about the blanks. I just left it the way it was and copied and pasted it.
That's what I did too.
Good. And did you guys get the same N numbers though?
I think so. I didn't notate that I did it different. So I'm trying to pull up the answer key right now to look and see.
Because the answer key said it was 88 males and 94 females. And I was exactly 3 less on both of those numbers.
I'm pulling mine up right now.
Spreadsheet. I mean, we don't need to spend much time on that. I don't know if it's really critical.
My word.
And the interesting thing is that the DF still matched up.
Okay, let's see. Oh, trying to find it on the answer key. So which number was it? Was it 5?
Yes.
Okay, so 88 and 95, and I have I don't know because now my computer froze.
And I think mine's going to freeze too. That's so many windows open.
Yeah, mine froze for a sec, so I had to exit out of Word.
There's too many windows open there.
Yes, exactly.
I'm looking.
I had 85 males and 91 females. So yeah, mine is off too, from what the answer key said, but I just went
And
with
it's
it.
got to be those blanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even
Maybe
notice
the
that
answer
because
key
the
is
other ones
actually
came
wrong.
up right.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I didn't notice that either. I didn't even look at the answers.
I wouldn't think we would count blanks anyway. And it seems like the software automatically adjusted for that.
That's what I thought it would do.
That's what I thought too. So that makes me wonder on a test.
If that pops up.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Well, I think their answer key was just wrong.
That could be.
Just for that part though.
Or maybe they wanted to mix it up for some reason, just deleted those ones and didn't change the answer key or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know there's little quirks about SPSS too that are different from Excel, so that might have. Anyway, that was it. Like I said, it didn't seem like it was a big deal, just odd.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't really have any questions on this one. This one I felt pretty good about. So.
Okay, well, do we want to start the quiz then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
let's give it a shot.
Let's jump
Working on
into it.
Okay, can we give it a shot? That's the phenomenal. Oh,
Okay.
have to open up a lot of windows.
Yeah, we got some spreadsheets to load.
Yeah.
I'm still
I
loading the
always love the
quiz.
question that's mark all that apply.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay, so all three of them?
All right. You ready? I'm looking at number 3.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's A and B.
Those are the two I got marked. I wasn't sure about the fourth one. I know the third one's no.
Oh, it has to be less than 0 though, right? That's not greater than 0.
I think it'd have to be like, yeah.
Does the sample size have to be the same? No, it doesn't now.
I don't think so because it doesn't depend on them, right?
No.
It doesn't say it either.
Is it B and C? Because we've had examples where they weren't simple random samples.
If you look at the answer key, it says the hypothesis test for 2 means with independent samples. It says, say, the data is a simple random sample from the population.
Yeah, I remember them just being the same, those two. Yeah, simple
Right.
random sample and normal distribution.
Yeah, me
Just
too.
A and B.
Yep.
So A and B?
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Okay.
The test statistic for a hypothesis test compared 2 means with independent samples is a
T-score?
T-score.
T-score. Two samples are independent if knowing which subjects will be inclined to determine which subjects.
I think that's B.
I think it's B too.
Yep.
Do you want to explain why to me?
Two samples, because they're both independent. They have nothing to do with each other, really.
Independent. Very, it's one of those mean and the mean and the mean ones. Got it. Independent, not dependent. Okay, here's the open the Excel file one.
is for the dentist office in Rexburg.
And one in Idaho Falls. Okay.
Okay.
And make sure you put the Idaho Falls one in as variable 1.
Well, do I have to open up the other quantitative?
Yep.
How do I can never get to the quantitative one easy? Is there an easier way to get to it?
I just have it saved.
Saved? You guys save it? You guys
Me
are
too.
smart. Oh, maybe I did save it. Let me see. Yay. You're so smart. Like so many windows open, I don't have a big enough screen.
I know. Me too.
So
Okay,
you
you
guys
said
got it open? I mean, other than Kathy, I guess we'll wait for her.
I have it open.
Okay. What did you get for 6? I got 19.
For 6?
Yeah.
I'm still plugging in.
Okay, no worries. No problem.
Degrees of freedom. Oh,
And I've lost,
yeah, I have 19 also.
I've lost the quiz.
I don't have 19. Great.
That's okay.
What do you have
37.996.
for the degrees of freedom?
Yeah.
That's what I got too. 37.996.
Do you have everything else clear?
Yeah.
Do you have extra data still in your table?
No, I just opened it fresh.
Isn't it the degrees of freedom
Cleared
just
it out.
n minus 1?
Right.
So it doesn't have to be a whole number?
Yeah.
Not when there's 2 samples.
Right.
Not when we're comparing
Well,
2 samples.
But degrees of freedom is still going to be a whole number because you're not going to have a partial sample. Like you're not
No,
going to
there,
have
there
19
was there was
and a
part of the
half
training
samples.
where there was part of the training where they had when it was comparing the 2 samples and it said we're not going to tell you how to calculate it because it's crazy. It's beyond what this class tells you, but it's going to have a decimal.
Yeah, it's called the Satterthwaite approximation for the degrees of freedom.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a whole number.
So you guys are open to
Okay.
the paired sample t-test, right?
No, I'm on a 2-sample t-test.
2-sample t-test. Maybe that's where I messed up.
Because they're independent,
Yeah, I
right?
guess,
Paired-
I guess
paired
double
means
check,
they're-
make sure it's not a paired sample, but I don't think it is.
I got 37.996 also. Sorry, guys. I'm jumping teams.
Okay, hold on. I'm switching mine over. I automatically went to the paired too.
Oh, we're not on the pairs? That's a 2 sample, huh?
Yeah.
So we do this one because it's independent, right?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so 37.996. Okay. How to get back to the quiz. Okay.
And then standard deviation would be 206.637.
I got.
Okay.
For
206.
Rexburg.
Okay, so you guys got the 39 point,
37.996.
37.996?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now wait, which one was Rexburg? Is it variable 1 or 2?
2.
2. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I need to be able to rewrite the names on there. Okay. So 206.637.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
For question 7, I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm having issues here. 206.637. Okay. What is a test statistic? that 1.289?
Oh, that's not what I have.
Is that the
Yeah, I
T-score? What's the test statistics? That's
Yeah,
what
it's
I
the
got.
T-score, but you got to make sure that your null hypothesis is, or your type of test is
Not, not,
is less than.
oh, less than.
Yeah.
Well, still, my wait, am I missing some data? Shoot.
So I have a T-score of negative 0.434.
That's what I have to.
Same
I
here.
had some extra data in mine.
Me too.
I think that's probably, okay, so negative 0.434.
Okay. And p-value 0.333.
I got 0.666.
0.333, yes.
It's 666. Uh-oh.
Wait a
Less
minute.
than. Remember that it's less than, so it's just the left part of the graph that's shaded.
Oh, so we have to multiply it. Right?
No, it should be correct in the spreadsheet. It should already be adjusting.
Right. 'Cause we have the less than pick.
Me too.
Hold on.
It's like a pile of crap on my head.
Yeah, because if it's not equal to, then it's 0.666. But if you have less than chosen, then it's 0.333.
Right.
We want less than, right?
And we're sure less than's right.
That's what it says up above when it's giving you the information. It
Yeah, the
says the
alternate
alternative hypothesis is
Oh, the left,
mu1
yeah.
is less than mu2.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, sure is. Very good.
And if you plug it into the little probabilities graph, it comes out the same.
Okay.
Well, pretty close. Rounding error, but it still comes out to 0.333. So I think that's the right answer.
So if it's greater than the significance, it's rejected the null hypothesis, right?
Fail to reject.
Fail to reject.
That's what I meant. Yeah, you're right. I get those mixed up, actually.
I always get those mixed up.
Negative. It's so screwy.
I just have been repeating that little saying, if P is low, reject the null.
There you go.
That's the only way I remember it.
P is low, reject the null. Okay, I'm going to try and remember that.
I'm writing it down. Okay.
So now we change it to not equal.
Not equal.
Take the same thing.
But P is still higher, so
Let's see.
Yeah. Now it's the 0.666 that Trevor had.
right. But it's asking which sentence we need to use.
I hate the sentence thing, man. It throws me off every time.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so-
this is the part I can get because I can use my cheat sheet for the language part. So
Right.
my cheat sheet would tell us that what we're saying is we failed to reject the null, so there is insufficient evidence for the means to be not equal, right? So it's basically there's insufficient evidence for the null, which means that, yeah.
So what
Should
do
be
you
the
do?
second one, right?
For the alternative, well, insufficient evidence for the alternative is basically what it means.
And the alternative is that they are not equal.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So it's
So I think
B.
it's B.
Okay, the freshman dinner.
So it was that the two insufficient evidence that the mean distance between the two cities are the same.
Are different.
That
Because it's always in, so the end part of the sentence is always the alternative hypothesis.
Okay, is that no matter what, the end part is always the alternative?
Right. End part is always alternative. And I do the same thing. I always use that poem, right? If it's low, reject the null, and then you insert the words around the alternative hypothesis. And it's the same thing if you're failing to reject it. If it's higher, same thing. You just reject the null, and it's insufficient evidence for the alternative hypothesis.
So we're going with 2?
Yeah.
Did you
B.
Yeah. Okay.
Now watch, we're gonna get that one wrong.
No,
As I said.
we're gonna get it right.
Okay, so the next one.
Okay, so mu1 represents the mean number of times a month that student from Colorado cooks dinner, and mu2 represents the mean for Utah students.
Oh boy.
So you insert them backwards.
And we're
Okay, insert them
doing
backwards.
still the 2 sample test, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that Rexford, who is it? Freshman dinner from Utah, would that be variable 1? In Colorado 2?
Colorado.
No,
Colorado's one.
variable 2 is Utah.
Flip.
Yeah.
Variable
Yeah,
2 is Utah?
Yeah.
Colorado is variable 1.
So I think this one is B is the answer for 12.
Mhm.
Right.
Because they're just saying it's different. It's not greater or less than. It's not the same, right?
Right.
So B?
And test.
Negative 0.845.
That's what I have. Negative 0.845. We're doing a not equal to, right?
Correct.
So,
Not equal. Okay.
And the p-value.
Negative.
I got 0.411.
Yeah, same.
0.411, yeah.
Of course, they don't ask for the sentence question on this one when I want to try and figure it out naturally.
Wait, which one was 411? Which one was 411? The p-value?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what was alpha? Oh, 0.05. Okay.
Going back and forth with it.
So we're
What did
failing
you
to
do?
reject, right?
That's what I got out of it.
Yep.
There's your margin of error.
Yeah.
I had a hard time remembering this today when I took the homework quiz.
Okay.
I had to go back to my notes. So it's the 5.
You guys get to the margin of error. I got 3.6805.
What'd you get? 2.6?
3.6805.
Nope.
I may have done it wrong though.
Hey, okay. I know margin of error is never, ever, 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 ever negative. It's never negative. Sister Lemon drilled that into me. It is never negative.
Yeah.
And I keep coming up with a negative. So,
what are the numbers you're plugging in?
okay. So I have negative 5.147 and 2.214.
Are you subtracting? That
Oh,
would
you know
still
what?
be
I think it didn't take my negative when I put the negative 5 point.
I got 3.681.
Cool. Me too.
okay.
3.681. Got it.
This is what I was going to write down last time, and I didn't. Because the margin of error when we're dealing with an independent study is different than calculating the margin of error with a paired sample.
Mhm.
Oh, crud. You're probably right.
Are you really?
Well, right, because the previous, again, not for tonight, I think it's what you said is right. Wait, maybe I said that wrong. When we're dealing with two samples, the margin of error is that, the confidence interval, but the average of the confidence interval, I guess is the best way to say it, right?
Uh-huh.
Lower bound plus upper bound divided by 2, right?
Right.
But before, so I wasn't with the paired sample, I take it back, it was with the one samples, right? We were calculating the margin of error with the t-value times, I'm going to draw a blank on the terminology here, but it's standard deviate S divided by the sample size, square root of n.
So I was doing that, and that's what got me all messed up on the margin of error back on that lesson. And when I had Sister Lemon walk me through it, she said, that's a great formula, but the easiest thing to do is what we just did. Take the upper bound and the lower bound and minus and divided by 2. So even back in that lesson, that's what she told me to do.
Okay. All right. I will use that going forward because you're right. It's a heck of a lot easier than trying to figure out all the other numbers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so lower bound was negative 5.147, right?
Mhm.
So,
How'd we do, Craig?
I don't know how come I haven't submitted it yet. What the heck's wrong with me? There we go. Submit.
I've hit submit. It's just taking forever.
Oh, we got 100 on that one for sure.
I have one answer that says it's not saved. Where is it?
Huh?
Oh, there it is. Okay.
You can submit it before it's saved as long as something put in and it'll like. Psh.
I just wanted to make sure that I had an answer and everything there.
Yeah, it'll give you an error when you try to submit it with that one. It'll be like you're missing
okay.
one. But then it'll ask if you still want to submit, which is like I don't know why, but
I know. How many times you go through that? Submit.
cool. So before we
Okay.
end, when I click stop broadcast, well, where will the link be? Will it be in my YouTube Creator Studio again?
Yeah, go back in there, and usually there's 2 spots, so it'll give you a link for the actual video itself, which is sort of just a different URL, and there's a viewing URL. Either one should work, but I usually click on it and then just grab it from the top, the top address bar.
Okay.
But yeah, because when you go back into Creator Studio, you'll see a list of the videos, and from there you can click on it, and it'll launch it and play it. And then I'm trying to think, it's within that window where you can see the shorter URL.
Okay, got it. Cool. Well, I think we're good to go then.
Okay, and then next Monday is just as usual.
Yep.
Yeah, as far as I know.
Okay, awesome. And we need anybody to set that one up?
I'll probably be in Vegas with the BYUI automotive department, not just because I'm going to Vegas, but there's the SEMA automotive convention thing. So I could be hit or miss on those ones. I can do it like a week or like the following week and week after that. I don't mind. But as far as this next week, I'd prefer not to, just in case I'm not there.
I'm happy to if you guys want. I just don't want to do it every time if somebody else wants the experience. But I'm happy to do it.
I'm comfortable doing it, so it doesn't matter.
I am not comfortable.
Well, why don't I just plan on it again? I'll do Monday at least, and
I will be honest about that.
Okay.
I'll tackle Monday.
What have you been dishonest about then?
I can't even find you guys right now. Your screen is lost. It's buried among all the windows I've opened.
That's all right. Well, I'm going to stop the broadcast and
Okay,